Hello everyone, welcome to our daily podcasts. I'm joined here by Snowy. I'm your host as usual, Josh. It's currently 6 o'clock in the evening and we're going to be reading to you a new sci-fi novel by Joshua Lovett. Hello Snowy.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. How are
Good?
you?
Yeah, I'm good. Have you heard about the author before? Have you heard about the story we're about to read?
I've actually had quite an in-depth discussion with you all about the story one day.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was brilliant and that's why I thought we should do it as a podcast.
So here we go. This is Spaceship Attack 8, The City in the Sky. John glanced over his shoulder towards Michael and the tether that held the city aloft. Beside it, 2 Vortexians stood guard, both with laser-guided assault rifles. If they were going to destroy the city, killing both Vortexians without being seen was their best bet. John grunted. "You take the one on the left, I'll have the one on the right." Michael acknowledged with a slight nod and shuffled towards the pile of crates. John held his ground and watched on. With a signal of his hand, John took aim and fired. Within seconds, both aliens were on the ground, screeching and writhing. "Nice shot, kid," John remarked. Michael just nodded his approval. Michael slid forward from behind his hiding place and crept forward to the control panel, and John quickly followed behind, while keeping guard from other alien attacks. John glanced over at Michael and scratched his head in confusion. "So, what do you think?" he queried. Michael shifted his gaze across the maze of buttons and quickly made a clicking sound with his mouth. "I don't know," he admitted. "The Senate didn't mention anything about this." John paced back and forth, trying to remember what Senate Colossu had told them during the meeting in the Great Hall. Both John and Michael had been invited to the Senate meeting 3 days prior to discuss about the future of the city. The Senate had instructed them both to pull the tether to release the supports that held the city in the sky. Michael took hold of the lever and tightened his grip. "What are you doing?" John snapped. "We don't even know what it does." Michael shrugged. "What else do you propose? If we stay here any longer, we'll get mobbed by more Vortexians." John had to admit, he had a point. "Alright, let's do it." Michael nodded and slammed the lever downwards. Almost instantly, the ground began to shake and multiple red lights above them began to flicker. In a panic, both John and Michael collapsed against the control panel. John reached for Michael. "Come on, kid! Let's get the fuck out of here!" Michael hastily reached for John's grasp and hauled him up, and both heroes began their descent through the bowels of the city. All around them, parts of the city structure were beginning to fail. Support beams, struts, flooring, all began to fall around them. They were running out of time. The city was doomed. Alright, so that was the story. Short story. Just a section of the chapter, a little taster. What did you think?
I like it, I love it. I live all that kind of stuff anyway.
Do you write much yourself, or do you write this kind of like genre?
Well, writers write more than me, but...
Yeah. I get you.
So it all ends up in your head, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then you change. Then as you put it all down, you're changing it all as you go. But yeah, sci-fi and action I do like because you got all the gadgets and you can always pull in the monsters and the.
Oh God, yeah, it's all up to your imagination, really. Your imagination's your limit.
Like,
Yeah.
Romance and like proper dramas and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too much into my dramas. I'm onto like Interstellar. You know, Interstellar, the movie. You seen Interstellar?
I know, I haven't seen
You haven't
that.
seen
I don't think
Interstellar?
I've seen that one.
God,
No.
it's a fantastic movie. It's really like eye-opening to the universe around you, and that's because when I write, I obviously choose sci-fi as my topics, and films like Independence Day, obviously Interstellar, they're the kind of films that inspired me to kind of start this genre. I think it's been really interesting reading this. It's something new.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's something you don't really hear about nowadays. A lot of these sci-fis don't really appear. But yeah, it's been really interesting. Thanks for coming along. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed that, remember to subscribe to our podcast. It really does help and support us, and it keeps us motivated as well to keep on creating more. As always, 6 o'clock every day, we'll be reading a new story. If you liked it, just tune in next time.